All right, hello. All right, welcome. All right, I keep saying all right. Yeah. All right, cool. So I said it again. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay. So as I was going to say, um, I decided, you know what? Let me go over some free softwares, free sculpting softwares. I was just looking around online and stuff like that. Some of them I was kind of familiar with. There was one I wasn't familiar with, and I think it was pretty powerful. So the first one I'm going to go over is I'm going to go over Sculptris. Now, Sculptris is made by the same company that I use for my, same company made ZBrush, made Sculptris as well. It was the first free, I think, version. I'm not sure. It's a sample kind of. Um, it's pretty straightforward up here. You got your crease, rotates, a scale, grab, smooth. Now the grab has two features here. It has the regular grab brush. Also, it's global grab, meaning you can move it around without deforming the surface. You move the object itself, flatten, draw, inflate, pinch, smooth. You can't really do too much. You can enable certain textures. I won't be going too much into that. I'll be just making generic skulls when I test them out. I have an idea. I've messed with each of the softwares individually, so it's going to be Sculptris, uh, SculptGL, and Blender. All right. I'm not going to be a big fan of Blender, so just real quick, I'm going to put maybe 15 minutes into each of these parts right here. So it's pretty good. Hold on. So here he's got a reduce brush. This works on the whole idea of you can subdivide, which is neat. Uh, you could add objects. You could export import as OBJ, not as a STL. So you would have to go another step into turning into a 3D printable file. That's another thing I'm going to go over is the 3D printing portion of it. So what I mean is like which one's easier, and I'll let you know. You'd be surprised. There's one that is pretty nice. I'll just go over this right here. So, in terms of brushes, it's pretty neat. It's pretty cool. I can actually adjust the size of these by going up or down with by holding down the space bar. It's nice. Um, there's also other things too. There's shift, of course, is the smooth. So if I want to, I can start sculpting here. Actually, let me go ahead and use the draw brush here. So the same kind of shortcut keys as ZBrush I typically use. This is free, by the way. I'm showing all free things of software. Nothing paid. No tricks. I should probably have started with that. So it's neat. I'm not too sure about the how if it has dynamic perspective on. I'm assuming it does. Um, well, we'll have to find out. Uh, so let's see. So you want to keep your brush on here when you mess around with it. You see it's darker, the stronger it is. Lighter means less strength. And then going up and down will increase the brush size right here. It makes sense, right? Makes sense. So I'm going to shrink that down a bit. Let's go ahead and start sculpting the skull. I'm just going to go ahead and also shift will help you lock into different things. And it tells you at the bottom here which side you're at, which is nice. Boom. Whoa, where am I at? Front. There it goes. Go ahead and turn upside down. All right. So let's go ahead and get started here. Let's go ahead and shrink this down. Actually, let's bring this up, and I'm going to show you the brush right here. Grab brush. See how I can pull on it? If I want to go ahead and pull the whole thing, oh, why is the undo not? Oh, that's weird. Usually in undo here. Why is the undo not working? Un momento. All right. There's usually what the heck? All right. Well, that's weird. I thought there was undo. My bad there. Okay, so I was saying here, so I'm just going to make a general skull, and show you how it's still practical. These other free things of software. So right here, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the global. You click the G right here, and it'll allow you to move the object as a whole. All right, so that's the cool thing. Uh, I'm kind of surprised. I thought there was I don't know, maybe I opened the thing wrong, but it's fine. All right, so let's go ahead and just turn that off. We're going to mess around with the shape here. Symmetry is usually on by default. You can turn that off. So let's go ahead and start working on things. See how kind of, I want to say easy it is, but it is quite nice. So I'm going to use the subtraction here. Kind of start tracing certain kind of features out. Just kind of lightly. Also, I'm going to go over the tablet 2 that I'm using. Actually, I should probably go over that now before I continue. If anyone is interested in the tablet that I am using, I'm not using my screen tablet. This is the tablet I got. It's about $50. It's a pretty good tablet. It's made by Huion. Let me just go ahead and bring that up here real quick. So if anyone was interested in buying a tablet, the one you would want to buy is I should have the window open. Why don't I have? Oh, it's right there. I'm like, why can't I find the window? So let's switch this real quick. I should have mentioned this. Maybe they're not so organized right now. So let me go ahead and do this. There it goes. But yeah, hold on one moment. There it goes. Okay. I was checking something. Oh, there it goes. All right, cool. So, oh, stepper, motors. All right, whatever. So as you can see here, I purchased this item. See, I purchased once. Right here, it was a while ago. As you can see here, it's right here. It's very nice. And yes, I have honey. And you have a coupon. You can save $5. Dang. Wait, is that right? 5, 10, 20. No, that's 10. That's $10. You can save $10. I did my math wrong. Dang. Buy that coupon. Okay. Wow, that means you could get this tablet for $40 then plus tax. But dang, this is good. The stylus is battery free. It's very nice. Very nice. I do have Prime. It has a stand holder. It's very sleek, very nice, and I highly recommend it. I haven't had any issues with it. I don't use the hot buttons too much. I use the keyboard more, but it is very good, a very good tablet. And I use that to make all my the pieces I made earlier in the year. But no, yeah, it's pretty good. Just wanting to let you guys know, and you could save $10. Bloody dollars. I was thinking 10% when I was telling someone one time. My bad. $10. Man, that's a better deal than I got it for. And what? They have adapters. What? They have some other stuff. Well, adapters for other devices. So they've added, I guess, that at least. I'm not sure what my pin holder is, or maybe that's new. No, I got that. I must have received a pin holder, maybe. But never mind that. All right, cool. So let me go ahead and hop back over to this right here. Hold on. Let's hop back to this. Did it work? Oh, there it is. Hold on. All right, I need to just go ahead and tweak some things here. All right, cool. All right, so let's go back to this here. So as I was saying, that was my tablet that I used. I should have really shown that at the beginning. I don't know why. I might do this again later, another time. I have to keep going though. So let's go ahead and start just kind of making this here. Let's start drawing everything in. So what I mean by drawing anything, I'm gonna take the crease here. Actually, this is all wrong right here. There are hotkeys and everything. I just don't can't think of them off the top of my head at times. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just keep going. Just keep going, just keep going. All right, so I got kind of the basic kind of shape here. I'm gonna go ahead and take the draw brush, actually crease would be nice, and it's kind of drawing kind of the bony landmarks here. Kind of start developing this right here. Oops. All right, and then I'm gonna start kind of drawing. Really, sometimes it just comes down to kind of drawing here, just drawing out kind of where everything would go. I could make two different separate spheres and kind of put them together. For the time being, I'm just gonna do this right now. I'm not going to not going to do that right now, so let's go ahead and shrink the brush down. It's pretty nice so far as of right now. Just kind of do this here. All right, and then we'll start kind of making this portion here. We'll have to draw certain parts out. It's all good. It's all good. So far, so good. Whoop. So remember, as I said before, I'm not going to go too crazy. Remember, you just got to kind of work on the profiles, the angles, and everything. So I would probably take in the move brush maybe instead and kind of mess with that. But oh well. So let's go ahead and start kind of drawing out the jaw here. There's like a usually, oh, I forgot, I don't know why the undo brush is not kind of working right now. Back to the grab. So it's very responsive, I guess is what is what it is so far. It's very kind of responsive. I've noticed the move brush is a little too grabby, I guess you can say. Which is not a bad thing, you know, you can get used to it. You know, kind of bring this jaw out a bit more. Kind of pull this out, pull it back a bit. This skull looks a little funky, but that's fine. Then I use the draw brush here. Let's go ahead and start kind of, whoa, what the heck? Oh, I did draw, not crease. So as of right now, I'm not sure what's going on with my my undo. I'm pretty sure the ZBrush is not ZBrush. Oh, what is it called again? I gotta start making this part right here. Sculptris. That's what it's called. I was like, what is this called again? That's what it's called. I'm just making this part right here. So it does a pretty good job. Remember, this is before I'm not done yet. It's very responsive, I guess you can say. Let's go ahead and go like this and start kind of messing with these parts right here. I'm going to probably make those orbital cavities a little deeper right there, and then I have to move on to the next software and give my thoughts on the just kind of a little stylized skull, you know. So it's pretty good, guys. So let's see. Let's go ahead and make sure you have your brush on here. So let's go ahead and kind of start making teeth. I usually like to go ahead and do them individually, like this here. This is going to be I'm not going to go for precision here. I'm just going to kind of lay them out right there, and then I'm going to go ahead and take the crease brush, just kind of go over it. It's basically kind of about outlining them as well. So right here, looks pretty good right there. Oops. Hey, for some reason I can't do my undo. I feel like I'm pretty sure they're supposed to have they are supposed to have the that one brush I mentioned, not that brush, the undo. I'm not sure why I can't find it right now. And then you kind of just go back. It's kind of a back and forth with the brushes here. Oh, hello. That's spoopy. Spoopy. Yeah. I'm just gonna hello, welcome there, Demi Lily. I'm just going over some free software here, so that people, if anyone's interested in 3D sculpting, and I found to be actually quite good. This software I'm using right now, I'm just kind of doing this real quick. I'm not trying to go too crazy into the detail. I'm just trying to kind of demonstrate the power of it. His chin is he looks pretty cool though, I have to say. Do you sculpt it all, Demi? Looks cool. Oh, thanks. So yeah, if you want to sculpt, I actually earlier I showed the software that I not the software, the tablet that you can get for about $40. You get a drawing tablet for $40. Well, plus tax, which might be 43. How about drawing? You draw, sculpt. If you're interested, this software is free right here. You can get started in sculpting right now. I'm just saying, you don't have to. I'm just saying how nice to be able to have the opportunity to be able to like sculpt for basically free. Just you got to get a drawing tablet. But I'm not trying to pressure you or anything. I'm just trying to say, hey, you got this opportunity here. If you'd like to, I would like to go ahead and present it to you. So that's good for right now. I think I'm going to continue right now. I'm not going to go too much into this. This is only kind of like a brief kind of thing. So remember, as I said before, you can lock into places here. But yeah. So you don't have to much out of pressure. But yeah. But welcome. How are you doing today, Dimmy? Yeah, Dimmy Lily. So this is I'm just trying to go over this quickish, I suppose. But it's pretty neat. So if you have any friends yourself that would be interested in kind of sculpting things like that, you can actually help them out. Oh, I like your. Oh, thank you, thank you. I thought my voice was annoying. I wasn't sure, but I don't know. Thanks. Yeah, that's nice. Thank you. Yeah, things have to be pulled back here and there. I'm not going for a perfect skull right now. Let's go ahead and hop over to the next software here, which I will go ahead and show you right about now. Here? Did it work? Oh, there. Oh, yeah. No problem. Yeah. The thing is that I know how it was when I kind of started. Like, I was looking for the good software, and man, there was not very good software in the past. Now it's like amazing. So, oh, whoops. I put the wrong screen. Oh, whatever. No, hold on. I gotta switch my tablet. My tablet settings. I put my tablet settings so that it works on one screen. I have two screens on right now. But now you can help people out with that. That people want to draw or sculpt. So, all right. So let's see. What's it called? SculptGL. Yeah, it's called SculptGL. Hold on, I need to switch my tablet settings. The tablet that I recommend people is to get the Helion version 6, the 610 Pro V2. It's $40 going for Amazon right now. You could apply a coupon, which brings it to the $40. It would be $50 with the coupon. Let's go ahead. I need to change my work area. Because out of those things, the drawing and sculpting on a tablet could definitely be challenging if you've never done it before. But it's not. I would say it just takes practice. You're good in general. Let's apply that right there. And I think I should be good here. Yeah, there it goes. All right, cool. Oh. Is there something? Hold on, I'm just checking something right here. Just real quick to make sure that desktop downloads new. Okay, good. That made me worry. Okay, so let's see. In general, yes. Hold on. I'm just trying to navigate through here. There it goes. All right, perfect. So let's see. All right. So as it was right here, this is cool. This is actually now you have two options with this app right here. See, it's called web. What's called SculptGL. You just go do a Google search, you'll find it. There's two different options you can do with this. You can either do this in your web browser, or you can go ahead and do this on your computer. Now I've actually tested this on my, but my friend's laptop. It was like about $500, and it was very responsive. A lot of these are things like Sculptris and SculptGL right here have been very responsive with even lower priced computers. But I have to say though, Demi Lily, that this stuff is fun though. Like it may not be your cup of tea, I guess I would say, but it is cool to make something and be able to then like 3D print it. So let me go over this right here. So as you can see here, you can go to Materialize and have someone else 3D print it, or it does have the option for you to import or export. Oh, it's pretty cool. I would say just kind of dabble with it even. You could even try using your mouse and see what you think about it. So if you want to, Dimmy Lumi, you can go ahead and just go on your computer. You can open it up. Use your mouse. It's not going to be very easy to kind of do some of the things because it's not pressure sensitive, but you can get some stuff. I've actually made some interesting things with just using my mouse, which actually should be an interesting challenge. But yeah, so as you can see right here, oh sorry, I think I'm talking a little loud. So let's see. You can import things. It will be able to like scale and center it. It'd be able to, you can add OBJ, which is called I think it's called Wavefont. Also has another name. Don't remember what it was. STL, meaning you could import even 3D print files. 3D print files and OBJ, which are just three-dimensional objects, 3D objects. See, now you could save it as an OBJ, which can be opened with like pretty much any 3D software. Same STL, some 3D software can be opened up with it, but that's primarily for 3D printing. Oh, you're good? Oh, all right. It's all good. Just so you know, so if you have any friends, I said before, you could let them know about this. It's pretty good. So right here, so you could print it. You could pay a company to print your piece for you, or you can print it yourself by going to the import and saving it as a STL. Scenes right here. Cool thing about this compared to Sculptris, they do not have. The only thing you can add is a sphere, unless you go ahead and import another object. But that means you have to go into your files and have it ready. Say you don't want to do that, you don't have it ready, you can go ahead and do that right here by adding a sphere, a cube. So I could click add a cube right here. And the interesting thing is that, if I go E here, I could move it around. It's quite powerful here. And the cool thing about this is that it has a way to lock in a certain direction or orbit. So if you want to go like this, you can. Or you can go ahead and move it. You could be at any angle here, and you could click this here, and it will remain locked in along like the what's it called? The y-axis. I'm not sure what I'm clicking here. It does have undo history, which is nice. I'm not sure why Sculptris wasn't responding to me earlier when I was pressing Control Z. Don't know why. They have a lot of good things here, and the cool thing is that I can go ahead and take a sculpting brush. So we got brush, inflate, twist. These are all very responsive and very nice, and these are more than I think Sculptris has. So far, SculptGL is kind of my winning books right now in terms of free software. It's quite amazing. It does, not to mention, it does have a retopology, also to contain subdivisions. I think Sculptris has something with subdivisions, but I wasn't sure if you were able to switch between them. So that's a huge thing already for SculptGL right here. This is free as well, as I said before. Brush right here. The cool thing about this, now there is certain kind of not entirely sure. Oh, I forgot to work on multiple objects on Sculptris. I forgot about that. Oops. So right here, as you can see here, if I click on an object, I can't I can sculpt on this, but as I go, my cursor, use that little red dot, goes over the one that's not. It's basically masked, which is really neat. It's pretty much almost like having subtools in ZBrush, which is really nice. The only downside though is that you can't really you have to combine it. And I'm currently right now I'm not too sure about combining it. It might have to be a remesh feature right here, which I think is this here. Let's actually test this out right here. Yeah, see, interesting. So I can click on the outside here to undo the mask or mask it, invert the mask, but apparently, let me see, if I do a remesh, will it blend it for me? Nope. If I do this, will it blend? Nope. Interesting. So currently right now you can combine things. I don't think there's a Boolean action right here, so I'm not entirely sure. I have to go more into it, but that's another thing. However, so interesting thing is that in Sculptris, I was able to press spacebar to control my go up and down. This here requires C and X. X to control the size, and C to control the intensity. So, yeah. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty responsive. It's nice and everything. It's really good. Right now I'm using I'm not using the web browser version. I am using the downloadable standalone app of this. And it's really smooth because of my computer. But I've tested, as I said before, I tested on the web browser of a computer on my friend's computer, and it is very responsive, and the tools are cool. Like for instance, like if I go ahead and let's go over the tools here real quick. I guess I should have done it with the other one. My review is not the best, but I'm hopscotching all over the place. But my whole point is that this one's pretty amazing here. You got the different brushes. I don't think there's currently a shortcut key. I haven't messed around with it too much, but you can easily just drop box it and then go ahead, inflate. Like twist right here is pretty cool. I can enlarge my brush right here, and I can go ahead and twist it. It's pretty cool. You get some cool kind of looks here. See, that's cool right there. Like, that's neat. Sculptris does not have that. I could take this here and I could twist it here, and you get some cool kind of look or pattern here. That is neat. That is cool. Just that alone, just a little bit of just twisting. The twisting gives you that detail. You don't have to like sculpt in. Let's see. Smooth, of course, is shift by default. Flatten. If I want to take this here, I want to flatten things, I can. It's very nice. There are tablet pressure settings up here as well as the intensity. And then I can go ahead and take the pinch tool right here. Pinch will help you pinch along the edge right here and create more of a, maybe more of a better crease right here. So it's kind of like hard surface modeling, which is nice. You got the drag. Drag is the same as move. So if I was to take this here, I can. It does get stretched though, but it does have a dynamic topology section, which I have not activated. Sometimes it works. Actually, I think it works. Let me check. I don't want it to. Yeah, it works a bit. I don't want to go too much into it right now. I haven't messed with it too much. You can, as I said before, you can do subdivisions. You can mess with it. So sometimes the dynamic topology isn't really required. Not the dynamic, but the dynamic topology. I'm going to unclick that right there. You can always mess with the remeshing function, which is a nice thing because Sculptris, which is this is a free software, and Sculptris and the SculptGL are both free and you can find it online. It's that the fact that this has a remeshing feature is great, as well as a good control of subdivisions. Sculptris I don't think has like not even half of that. I'll say give the benefit of the doubt. I'll say it has half at least. So far this is like winning in terms of like things because this has more brushes, I believe. You can paint as well. Same you can do with Sculptris. You can mask, which is cool. Local scale. Local scale is interesting. Watch this here. I take this here. I go. Oops. Oh, this thing is if you want to, you can go ahead be anywhere here. And if I press the space bar, it will go back to the front. Lock, snap, right in front. And if I press it again. Oh, never mind. Which button was it again? Hold on. Was it shift? Control? No. There's a button that let me see the back side of it. I'm not seeing it right now. Oh, wait. Ah, the number keys. The number keys help you switch between brushes. Okay, yeah. See, I'm still kind of looking into it. But no, I've dabbled with it a little bit. So let's go ahead and start making a skull, in fact. So I'm not sure about hiding this, but I'm going to go ahead and just move this out of the way. I press E and just go, oops. I'm going to press E and just kind of move that out of the way for the time being. So let's go ahead and start working on the sculpting the skull here. See how I feel about the just the process here. So I'm gonna go ahead and use like I did in Sculptris right here. I'm gonna click on this here. Cool thing is like it masks this. So if I accidentally happen to, if I happen to pull, it won't pull this. Like if I happen to be sculpting, all that cool stuff. So let's see. So it's shift does the same thing. It locks along the side. If I want to lock here. So if I was anywhere here and I press shift. Wait, shift. Oh, no, I have to be dragging it and then shift. And it will snap to the closest side, front, top, or bottom view. So that's cool. So let's go ahead and, as I said before, X is to control the size of it. You pull here. Oh, and of course, I hate when that happens. So let's go ahead and pull like this right here. Now, I would say that kind of issue, well, I guess it's an issue in general when you have a tiny dot and you sculpt really close to the symmetry line, you lose track of where you're at times. I guess my issue is that since I'm not using a screen tablet, it is causing a little bit of confusion, I guess. All right, so let's go ahead and start sculpting the eyes here. So I assume that one is brush. Yep. Let's go ahead and scale this down right here. Let's go ahead and draw this here. We're just going to go ahead and start kind of drawing those features I did with the other skull here. That there, this here. It's basically a lot of drawing. Basically, sculpting is drawing in 3D. Um, is what I kind of see it as. So far, it's doing really well, so it's very nice. And I'm going to go ahead and start kind of curving this part right here to start making the jaw portion. Let's go ahead and start kind of going here, which is nice. Yeah, I would highly recommend if you have any friends or anything that, ooh, what the heck, that is interested. Oh, you're going to head out? Oh, okay, cool, yeah. No, yeah, thanks for stopping by me. I'll see you again. Maybe I'll, instead of me doing some comparisons, I'll be doing some sculpting, like regular sculpting. This is sculpting, of course, but I'm just saying that, like maybe an actual project, something I will like stick through and like work on and refine. But no, thanks for stopping by and saying hi. It was great talking to you. Oh, maybe. All right, no, it's all good. It's all good. All right then. Hope you have a good day. All right, and hopefully I'll see you again. Bye. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and move. So I'm gonna go ahead and start kind of messing with the. That's better right there. That's it's pretty nice. This is just amazing. Like, it's so cool. All right, let's go ahead and shrink this brush down. And maybe. Skulls seem to look a little sad. I can make them look angry, but I'll just go sad. And I'll go ahead and pull in those sockets a bit more. It's so nice, so cool. So neat. I'm doing better now than I did on Sculptris. I'm not saying Sculptris is bad. Oh, I didn't give my example with the local brush. That's right. Oops. I have wireframe on. I was going to demonstrate the local scale. You have a large brush, and you can shrink it. It's so neat. You can take it. You can take it like detail. Oops. It's so cool. Like, I could probably take this right here, and I could probably. Oh, I have to make it larger probably. Look at that. It's so cool. I'm not entirely sure if even ZBrush has that. I feel like it does. I just haven't used the brush, maybe. I feel like ZBrush has to have it. But let's go ahead and start. I don't think I'm going to go over Blender. Yeah, I'm not going to go over Blender. Alright, so let me see. Let's go ahead and hop back. So the number keys are the tools. I can switch between the brushes here. They aren't, you don't keep them the same size though. But I feel like there's gotta be a thing where, oh, continuous might be the thing here. Let me see, if I switch between this to, nope, never mind, I'm wrong. Okay, never mind, I'm wrong. That's alpha, interesting. So, currently I am not seeing, keeping the brush size continuous. And the cool thing is thin surface, meaning that it's front vertex only, so there's a back face mask, which is nice. I don't think many like other than ZBrush that I can think of right now, like of like free softwares, has a back mask feature. So I'm kind of curious. Let me go ahead and pull a piece of this off right here. So let me go ahead and go to which one is. I also pull a very small piece here, and I go ahead and do brush here, and I turn on. So if I don't have this on, oops, not that. So if I don't have this on, what happens? Let's see. So what happens is that if I have this large brush, I go like this. See how I mess with the back right here? Now, if I have this on, let's go ahead and see. Okay, it's not as bad. Hold on, let me see. Front faces only. So if I go like this, it doesn't have that much of an effect. It's doing a good job. It's trying to, based on the camera, to not affect it. So the other one went up, went up more. So this is a good little feature here, which is nice. Let's go ahead and go back here. All right, let's go ahead and start working on the skull a bit more here. So let's go ahead. Remember, X is to shrink the brush. And I'm not sure if this person has a Patreon or anything. They made this software here. See, I'm starting to get a little bit of issues with the mesh. I can subdivide and all that stuff. It's all good. So I'm going to add some like details here. Let's go ahead and add this here. Whoa, that's the wrong button. So I'm probably increase the strength a little bit. To increase the strength is just to press this here. Let's see. And let's go ahead and enlarge the brush a bit and start to carve this in more. We're going to go ahead and do that right there. Man, this looks nice. This software, it's free, guys. So if you want this this software, I would recommend getting it. And if this person has a Patreon or anything, I would highly recommend supporting them for them providing such awesome software. Oh, SculptGL for the win. Yeah. You also, hey Nubis, Alex, you're back. Have you tried SculptGL? So currently, right now, I made a T-Rex. Oh, you made a T-Rex, oh, nice, nice. But yeah, I'm like checking. I was looking. So what happens is my friend, he has a little business, and he was wondering if there was a. Oh, add feathers. Oh, add him feathers for dinosaurs. Yeah, because they were thought to be as big birds, huh? Can you imagine Big Bird from Sesame Street? He was probably a dinosaur. Probably some sort of ancestor, or not ancestor. He's probably his relatives are probably dinosaurs. See, Big Bird. Let's see. Oh yeah, it has thin surfaces right there. But no, this is pretty cool. I wish I had if I was able to customize maybe the shortcut for this. This could be a pretty good alternative. Like this is better than no, I want to say better than Blender. Blender has other features, but in terms of just solely sculpting kind of deal, then I would say SculptGL is pretty powerful. It does have, I would say, Sculptris does have a good dynamic topology. It's just so yeah. So if anyone is just joining the broadcast, this is free, by the way. This software, and I was showing some cool twist features with it. It was so cool. No, it's very, very neat. And these do have shortcuts. I'm just using this right now just because it's a little faster for me right now. It has cool masking features as well. So let me go ahead and X to enlarge the brush. And then just to go over this here. Oh, wait, do I have pinch? I have pinch selected. I'm like, what am I doing here? Exactly. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, right there, Nubis. That is true right there. Nubis on, well, for anyone who's wondering if they're watching from a different platform. Talking to someone on YouTube. I was talking to someone on Twitch earlier. Yeah, so that's the thing is that you kind of want to mix your workflow, and with this, the fact that you can import and export, you can save it as an OBJ or save it as an STL, and you could potentially just import it onto Blender, or you can just go straight to 3D printing it and putting it into a slicer. So that is true. Currently, I'm not entirely sure. I feel like it's kind of somewhat very, what's the term for it? Very relaxing, I guess, in a sense. How like, just to be able to just sculpt and not have to worry about like other features, which is nice. Oh. So let's see. Yeah, Blender sculpting kind of sucks. Like, don't get me wrong, Blender is great and everything. It's just, I have struggled quite a bit with trying to use Blender sculpting features, and I'm like, okay, that's it. Die. Don't get me wrong, Blender is great. Blender is powerful. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure they're going to slowly improve it, and the next update's going to make it even better, or make it better, or make it good now. My gosh, I can't think what was I doing. It was X. So I'm just going to be moving this here, try to get that there. No, it's so neat though. But what else was there? Oh yeah, let's shrink this jaw down a bit. I like to bring the jaw corners out, like it's kind of like a masculine skull, like buff, like Squidward, beautiful, handsome Squidward kind of deal. But yeah, if anyone has any friends that are interested in sculpting or anything, I highly recommend. So I'm getting a little bit of a weird geometry here. Now I can go ahead and go to the topology feature here, and I can go ahead. Now there's subdivisions right here currently, or I can just go ahead and do remesh. Now let me go ahead and turn a wireframe on. Let's see what's going on here. So there's two. There's voxel remeshing, which is manifold tries, and there is the oh, the quads are right there. Voxel meshing for quads, and then that I'm just gonna go for squares, quads. And let's go ahead and do that right here. See what it does right here. So let's go ahead and zoom in right here. So this is before. See how things are getting stretched out here, and then this is oops, wrong button. And that's after. So it has added more geometry. However, I am back at one subdivision, so I can't exactly switch between the subdivision. I would have to go ahead and, reduce it more, and then, I would have to remesh it some more, and then go ahead and add subdivisions, so I can go ahead and switch between the two to have good form. However, I don't find myself having to use that sometimes, so it's all good. So let's go ahead and continue this here. So now, oh, W, duh. Now if I smooth this here, it should smooth better, I believe. Hold on, let's check. Oops, I'm pressing the wrong button. Alright, let's go ahead and, actually, let's try it. Let's go ahead and try the dynamic topology, decimation. Let's go ahead. Let's see, I need to try this out. I need to know. So let's see. Yeah, it's pretty responsive here. Yeah, that's good. Let's go ahead and try this out. So if I do smooth, yeah, it smooths it out. It's actually pretty good. It's a good job here. I approve. I'm just making a little mandible part here, so this is pretty good here. Dang. I'm just tracing out the jaw here. Not important, but Alright, that's cool. So let's go ahead and add the teeth, I suppose. This is wrong right here, so I'm going to bring out the cheek right here, the cheekbone, and then I'm going to go ahead and then kind of carve this in right here. Man, this person deserves like a gold medal, whoever made this here. If they have their name on it, I just don't know exactly, I don't want to pronounce it wrong. But no, yeah, so let me go ahead and start adding the teeth now. So what is it called again? My brain. Using different software, it's you don't have like the shortcut keys like memorized. So it was X. That's right. X is shrink it down, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of actually before I go ahead and use the brush, I'm gonna actually mark it. I'm gonna mark where they're at by going to the. Let's minimize this here. Let's go to the. There should be a crease brush here. I like always to start with a line. Kind of draw the line across here. So let's go ahead and start here. Let's go ahead. It's most ideal to kind of do this. However, I could have... So yeah, and don't worry about going straight with it. It adds kind of that variety here. If I want to, I could go ahead and start kind of going like this here. Just your kind of typical like skull right here. And then, well, they wouldn't look like this here. And I like to go ahead and draw another line around here like this. Could also kind of draw like that. And I start kind of adding little hops here. A little bit of hops. I'm not even trying to go for right here. And then of course there's like these like faint lines here that continue because you know how skulls are. They like to continue here. It's like just because when you have teeth that grow in, just there leaves like a trail, I'll call it. All right, then we go ahead and now use the draw brush, which is 1, which was a shortcut here, and then I'll start kind of, oops. Ooh, yeah, that's right. Shift, interesting. All right. Oops. Yeah, my bad. And just kind of draw these teeth in, really. I'm not going to go too crazy for accuracy, just to demonstrate here real quick. I am having a little bit of strength issue here when it comes to trying to... Oh, my intensity. My bad. I'm like, well, I'm having a bit of an issue here. I'm like, oh, that's right. And then let me go ahead and then add this here. Oops. Now I am having issue with a thin surface right here, so I'm gonna have to probably inflate, maybe even. And let's go ahead and start kind of carving some other kind of details. There's some other bony kind of features here. Maybe even bring this out right here. And then I'll use the move brush again. So far this is pretty neat right here. It's pretty awesome here. I might even go ahead and let's move that part right here. Let's move this in more. Good for now, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and let's do a. So there's this skull right here. It works really well. This software is great. If I want to, I can go ahead and do certain things. Like if I wanted to play around with it or do some kind of say, just want to kind of see how things kind of look. If I go like this here, that's kind of cool. It's got like a monster right here. So I get some alien stuff going on here. Some cool kind of what's it called? Some cool concepts, I suppose. I can go here and see if I can like get something else here. That's cool. Maybe I could go ahead and bring this side out a bit more. Get some monsters going here, you know? See, like that's pretty cool. Like you can get some interesting kind of looks here. But I'm just saying here. Who knows? That's kind of the cool thing when you make some 3D and you have the ability to switch between. It's pretty nice. So I can go here and I can save and all that stuff. But I think I'm just gonna wrap it up. I don't think I'm gonna go over Blender sculpting. I did go over it in the past before. It has certain things that are good about it, but it's more for like modeling purposes, more like refinement. And I feel like it's more of a struggle when trying to sculpt compared to, well, it's not bad. I don't want to say it's bad. Right now, my verdict is that Sculptris and SculptGL are both great. They have their benefits, but however, SculptGL seems to have certain things over Sculptris. So SculptGL, I would say, is a win in my books when it comes to sculpting. I'm not entirely sure about connecting or combining objects. I'm not sure if that is done in the exporting portion of it. I'm not sure if there's any kind of Boolean kind of action. So, well, yeah. So let's go ahead. So there's this skull right here. I thought it was kind of cool. Let's go ahead and hop back over to what I did in Sculptris. I feel like I did better the second time. Let's go ahead and yeah, not the best skull. I don't think I put as much love and caring into this one as I did with the. Hold on. There it goes. Don't think I put as much love and care into it as the other one. So, feel kind of bad. Alright, that looks better. Could go ahead and probably. That looks better. There it goes. That looks better. Right, the proportions were off. Alright, so, and then I could always bring this here, and I could bring the back of the head back. So the spacebar is really nice, though. In terms of there you go, that's better. That's better. The teeth could use some work, some more creasing and whatnot, but I think for the purposes right now, I think it's yeah, it's like I'm not a fan of the cheekbones. Like this needs to be brought back. See, I'm starting to see things now. It's See, I don't know why the undo feature is not working. I thought this Sculptris may not have undo. Maybe it's been a while since I've used it, and maybe it does not have the undo feature. I thought it did. So that's the benefit that SculptGL has over Sculptris too. It is important. It is cool to kind of work with your your stuff here and work with what you kind of have. But there's times where you like want to go back though. So the fact that I don't think it actually has an undo feature means that SculptGL, I think, wins. Yeah, so that's, yeah, this skull, yeah, could use some more work. But I'm not going to go too much into it. It was just to demonstrate how responsive it is. I am using my computer, which is a little beefier than most, but I have used these on like $500 laptops. So yeah, if you have to have a computer around that range or so, it's possible if you buy it within the last like year or two. If it's $500. But yeah, I think that's pretty much I'm gonna wrap it up for right now. But I would like to say thanks for stopping by. I know my wrap up takes a little while, but as I said before, Sculptris and I think SculptGL are the best ones. Blender is great, just it has a little too much stuff. It may be a little overwhelming for some. Maybe I'll include it next time. But I've shown it in the past a little bit. But yeah, and go ahead and check out the Huion 610 V2 tablet. It has a special coupon going on right now where you can have 20% off. It's at $50, and you can get it for $40 plus tax. It's a tablet that I'm using right now. It's screenless, so I made this without having to use a screen tablet, and I think definitely a good step up from a mouse. Definitely. All right, so yeah, I think that's it. So thanks guys for coming by, and till next time. I just clicked something. I don't know what I clicked. All right, there it goes, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.